Once upon a time, there was a website on the so-called internet that goes by the name of MMOchampion.com. Some people working on this network were frolicking around, data mining in the data of the upcoming patch 5.4 for a game someone called World of Warcraft, as all of a sudden they've made a terrible discovery. They have found a buff that gives twice the experience for doing all the happy thingies you can do within this game. But this buff has a dark secret surrounding it. A note that says InGame Store. And so they quickly published this news, and all the people around the interwebs were excited about this idea. And they all lived happily ever after. The end. This fairy tale was brought to you by the Battle Beagle Fairy Tale Teller Company. Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. So, an in-game store it is. Well, you could say you knew this would happen, but as it seems, it looks really terrible for Blizzard. For those guys that still have absolutely no clue what the hell I am talking about, there are several links in the description below this video, one of them linking to MMO Champion's news post from July the 3rd, 2013. There have been 2 blue posts as well on that matter. The links are down in the description as well. And before going all OMG, this is pay to win and subscription model at the same time, that is double dipping at its finest, etc., we should take a look at what is known thus far. So, it is true, an in-game shop will come, but we don't know what items will be in there. The first blue post just says that for testing purposes only, some items will arrive on the PTR. It is not said that those items will ever arrive on the servers. It is also stated that this will not come worldwide, at least for now. Certain regions will have it sooner, some will have it later. The second thing is that no one ever talked about a hybrid model of subscription and cash shop. It would make absolutely no sense, especially with the examples Bashiok brought today. The XP buff and an alternate way to gain lesser charms, because that, ladies and gentlemen, would kill off everything. So I have to wonder if Blizzard is really taking this chance or not. Thirdly, and this is what Bashiok says in the blue post as well, is this whole thing will start in Asian regions. And this is totally logical, and I wonder why they haven't done it earlier. In Quarter 2 2012, Quarter 4 2012 and Quarter 1 2013, Blizzard has lost most of their subscribers in Asia. In the last earnings call, they've even said that the rising free-to-play competition in Asia is one of the main reasons why this has happened. So I would not be surprised to hear that WoW will go free-to-play in Asia. And as last point in regards to all of the pay-to-win threads that occurred in the WoW forums, I would like to tell you about the 4 steps from a fair shop model to pay-to-win, at least from my standpoint. Step 1 would be that you sell advantages for parts of the game that are not necessary for the main game, quote unquote. I know in an MMO it is hard to draw the line what is part of the quote unquote main game and what is not, but let's take WoW as an example, shall we? Before the change that pet battles yield lesser charms of good fortune, it was not tied to anything but gaining experience and achievements in terms of the character progression. So if you now sell relatively overpowered pets in the shop, and all the circumstances I've described before would be intact, you would have the step number 1. Step number 2 would be what is planned right now. You enable bonuses that allow you to obtain certain things more quickly. Those include certain buffs that are pay to win in a degree that you will still have to play in order to have these buffs working. Step number 3 would be something like the Guardian Cup. Some degree of gold selling, or even worse, Gold selling at its very existence. Gold gives you access to a lot of things in this game, including heroic level raid gear via the black market auction house, sell runs from progress guilds, etc. So you kind of buy the gear directly, but you can buy other things as well. So this is more or less the worst thing that could happen. Speaking about the worst thing that could happen, here is step number 4. It is step number 3, so you can buy gear, etc. and all the funny items via real money. And you can buy yourself some nice and funny damage or stat buffs. Luckily, we don't see this kind of pay-to-win models succeed in any shape or form. And if we would be on this state at any time, I'd rather go kill myself, really now, because that is unacceptable. So, this is me done for this video, and now I want to hear what is your opinion. Do you think WoW is becoming free to play, or will use an hybrid model? Where do you see the current steps of the items that will be in the item shop? Or do you even think WoW is like the Titanic, sinking after it hit the ice block, which in this case is put in front of them by themselves? Hopefully we'll find out soon, and with that said, I shall see you guys next time.